Wild Blue Yonder. My first video is going to be about how to get into the Air Force. Now, there's a lot of steps to this process, but I'm just going to go over a general arc of how to get into the Air Force. Step 1. You want to get in contact with a recruiter. When you get in contact with a recruiter, you can do three things. You can email them, you can call them, or you can go down there yourself and talk to them, which is, in my opinion, the best option. When you go down there and talk to them yourself, you let them know that you're motivated, that you have a lot of enthusiasm, and that you're ready to go. So you can do that. You can call or email. Once you do that, your recruiter is probably going to contact you back, and they're probably going to shoot you a little bit of information, and you might go down there and have a quick talk with them. They're going to ask you a couple questions. You know, are you in high school? Do you have any degrees? Are you a healthcare professional? These are going to let them know where can we put you in the Air Force. Are you going to be someone who's mopping up the floors? Are you going to be somebody who's calling directions? Are you going to be a healthcare person? Are you going to be somebody out in the field somewhere? You know, all of these things are definitely necessary to the Air Force. I'm not trying to down anybody out there, but they just want to know, like, are you overqualified or underqualified for some of the jobs that we have? So yeah, just let them know about yourself. Step 2, get in contact with the recruiter. Step 1 is get in contact with the recruiter. Step 2, get to know your recruiter. You want to develop some type of morale with your recruiter. You want them to know who you are. You know, you want them to know, hey, I'm in high school. For me, I was in high school. I went down there with my parents, and they sat me down and they asked me a couple questions, and I said, hey, I'm in Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. For those of you who don't know, that's like the military, but for people in high school. That's the easiest way I can put it. And because of that, I'm going to actually get extra rank when I'm in the Air Force. If I hadn't told them that, how were they supposed to know? So now I got extra rank just because I had JROTC and because I had to let them know. So let your recruiters know all the information you can. Contact them every couple of weeks, or maybe like every 2 weeks. Just give them a call. Just say, hey, this is Simmons here. I just want to know, what's up. You guys got any jobs yet? Okay, no, that's fine. Just want to make sure. Just want to let you guys know I'm still qualified for the Air Force and everything. Let them know that you're consistent and that you're coming back and that you are excited to get into the Air Force. Don't bug them. Don't bug them, because these are the people who are trying to get you into the Air Force, and you don't want to tick them off. So just be cool about it. Contact them every now and then. Step 3, you're going to go into what's called the Delayed Entry Program. Now, this is a program where everyone who's in the Air Force, everyone goes through. It's called the Delayed Entry Program. Now, this is simply because it's not like back in the 80s and 60s where you just go down and they sign you up and you're off to Vietnam somewhere. It's like now it's a lot more controlled, and they're trying to slow down the process a little bit. Probably because they can't, take as many people as they used to. So they have to filter out some people, which is, unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So right, you're going to have to be in the Delayed Entry Program. This is a step before you go into the Air Force, and while you're in there, you're going to have to go to what's called commander's calls. You're going to have to go to what's called MEPS, and you're going to have call-ins. So these are the 3 responsibilities that you're going to have as a deputy. The first thing you're probably going to go through is MEPS. That's when you actually go into the Delayed Entry Program. You're sworn into it. Delayed Entry Program, you're going to go up to MEPS, spend the night. I'm really going to go into detail about MEPS because there's a lot of tips I can give you guys on that. Go to MEPS. They give you shots. They basically go over your medical history, make sure you're not crazy, and they just want to give you basically a physical evaluation. Now, you got to be truthful and honest. If you have a broken arm or something, or you had one back in the past, and if they ask you have you had a broken arm, you got to say yes, because this is for your own health. Your recruiters are probably going to tell you some other stuff. I'm going to leave that to them. Just don't say anything stupid. If you're sitting on the medical examination table, don't be like, hey man, I got malaria. Don't say anything like that. You got to keep it simple. If you run into anything where you're like, oh man, I'm not sure about that, just say no, and then contact your recruiter when you have time. Because if you run into a bump in the road then they can like boot you out and you're gone. You're gone. You're gonna have to come back to MEPS another day. And I'm gonna get into MEPS on another video. That's probably gonna be my next video or the one after that. But yeah, you gotta go to MEPS. Once you go to MEPS, you're gonna be sworn to the late entry program. You're in the DP. You're gonna have commander's calls. You're gonna have call-ins, which is when you just gotta call up your recruiter for like 5 minutes. It's like, hey man, I'm not in jail. I'm not on parole. I'm not dead. I'm cool. All right, peace, bye. Hang up the phone. That's all you gotta do. Commander's calls. You have to go down to the recruiting station and you'll do exercises. You'll go. Where's my book? I know it's around here somewhere. Give me 1 second. Here it is. Okay. Alright, you're going to get this. It is a development guide for the Air Force. I don't know what's in here. I don't think it's classified or anything. Because it's just basic information about the Air Force. If you just Google it, you would find it. But they just want you to know this. It has rank structure in it. Stuff like this. It has the Air Force song. Things that you're going to have to know in basic training. And this is why it's important for you to read this. Your recruiters are probably going to give you this. It might be a different edition when you get yours, but this is mine, and you're going to have to bring it to the commander's calls. You're going to go over this. You're going to read this. Your recruiters might make you sing the Air Force song, which you're going to have to memorize before you go to boot camp. And if you don't, it's going to be hell in boot camp because your life is just going to suck. If you don't know your stuff, your life is going to suck. Luckily for me, I was in JRTC, so you know, it's going to be easy because I already know all the stuff. I know how to drill and all that. And now after that, you're going to have to go to basic training. Once you get your job and your ship date, you're going to go back to MEPS, and from MEPS you ship out, what they call ship out, even though you're probably going to be flying to Lackland Air Force, Texas. Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. That's where the Air Force military base is, and that's where you're going to be doing your basic training. Basic training is 8 weeks, 8.5 weeks long. 0 week, you're going to be just doing basic paperwork and stuff. Week 1, you're going to be more paperwork, and like they're just going to make sure like they go over like the general routine. All right, stand here, walk over there, you get your food, sit down. Of course, it's gonna be yelling at your face, but that's what they have to. That's how they have to give it to you. They have to spoon feed you. Because some people, they've never experienced disciplining in their life, and they have to experience this in the first 8 weeks. You gotta cram it down. We are one of the shortest military basic training, so it's like you gotta cram all that into 8.5 weeks. I'll go over basic training in another video too. I'm just trying to give you guys a general arc here. Go to basic training. Once you graduate, you're going to get your nice little coin. You're going to get your nice little rank. Unless you're Airman Basic, then your rank will come soon. It'll come if you work for it. And then you'll go to what's called your tech school. Tech school is where you're going to do your basic training for your job. So let's say you're going to be in security forces. I think they're down in Lackland, so you'll just stay there. And you'll do your security forces training. That's basically being a cop in the Air Force. And you'll have classes and stuff like that. It's just like basic training, except a little bit lax. Like, I won't call it lax, but it's just not as strict. They're thinking, okay, you're going to start having to handle some responsibilities, okay? Alright? Okay. So go to class. Is that too hard for you? Okay, go to class. And come back at a certain time. Meet here. Go to class. Come back at a certain time. Eat here. And it's like they're just going to try to get you into a cycle, but without always being on your back. What are you doing? Like they're gonna pull back a little bit. Tech school, and then once you graduate tech school, you're in the Air Force. That's it. You're in the operational Air Force, and you're flying high in the sky. So I'm trying to cut this video before 10 minutes. I love you guys for watching my videos. It really means a lot to me. So make sure you like and comment and subscribe, because it really lets me know how you guys feel about my videos when you guys comment. Lets me know what type of videos I need to put up. That's basically all I have to say. Cool. Watch out for next video. Watch out for my next video. Cool. Peace.